You're listening to Metal Attack MTL with Double D here on MetalMessiahRadio.com.
All right, that was Bookakee again with AA this time. How the fuck do you pronounce that?
Alcoholic anthropophagus. I don't even know what the word means, anthropophagus.
Anthropo would mean like anthropology for humans, and phagus would be like eating. So anthropophagus would be a human eater.
You're a big old silly smart dude, aren't you?
I went to university, you know that?
So, well...
Do you want me to tell you what's alcoholic?
I think I know that very well.
Drinking!
Every village needs an idiot. Yeah. All right, okay, well, Phil, let's talk. Let me get to this first, since we're talking about how smart you are. You're the vocalist, and you did all kinds of shit. You said the Canadian Idol and all that. Do you have like formal training?
My dad's an opera singer.
Well,
Professional opera singer. And my dad sang all his life. I saw my parents sing a lot, do a lot of shows. That's why I hooked up to Bookakee, because they were really like a band that had a lot of theatricals. And I liked seeing my dad with an orchestra. I preferred it on stage with like sets and costumes and stuff like that. So when I started doing metal, I liked all the black metal because of the makeup, the spikes. And when I started music, same thing with like blood, guts, goats, barbed wires on my legs and shit like that. And actually I was talking to Matt about that. Like I started doing like, we'll go with metal vocals with Cradle of Filth, because I was impressed by the way he was doing all the highs and the lows and all the crazy shits and metal, and I just went from that and experimented with my vocals.
I guess there's no question your father's your biggest influence. I mean,
but yeah, because hey, for what he does, he kicks ass. He sings better than anybody on earth.
Go see the video on YouTube. He sings with his dad.
Yeah, just write Canadian Idol.
If you write Canadian Idol on YouTube, it's the first thing that comes up. And it's got 500,000 views.
414,000 views.
No,
just look for the big bald dude with the goatee.
The what?
Just look for the big bald dude with
yeah,
the
actually, you can miss
it. It's the
it.
first video that shows up. You just type Canadian Idol and gives you that.
Actually, I'm the second. The first one's the big girl that farts.
No, I'm telling you, man. The last time I did it, it was you, and it's over 500,000.
Yeah, there's the one with the 1 million fart, like the girl that farts on Canadian Idol.
I totally just farted. I totally just farted.
That is good TV. Unbelievable.
You're in!
I've heard of ripping a performance, but that's ridiculous.
Still, continue with something not dirty. Yeah, so we're talking about Slaughtered Girl and guts and shit like that. So yeah, I started singing metal because hey, it's good, and my dad's too good an opera singer for me to start to do that.
At some point, to have him sing opera in a song, at some point, it's hard to fit somewhere in there, and it's hard to get
especially
by
with
these
the
guys.
type of metal that you guys do. You know, like,
You wanted to have.
I'm sure you guys could probably pull it off. You seem to work pretty fucking hard on your shit.
We're doing the singer from Valfreya, my other band's gonna sing.
You're doing the singer.
Well, we're no.
Okay, that was funny. Okay, wait. Okay, in the new songs, she's singing with us, and there was a slow part. He wanted like to have clean vocals. I went like, "Fuck that, man! I'm doing death metal for death vocals."
Well, it seems it's gonna happen. We're gonna try it on Saturday, so we're gonna jam the set list for the next week's show. So if we're gonna try, we might have clean vocals because she sings a bit like him, but a bit higher. But well, she screams and shit, and you know most people that don't listen to metal think it's the same, you know. But yeah, we want some clean vocals in some parts, you know, just for fun. Cause
Write a power metal song.
It seems out of place and it surprises people, you know.
All right, so, well, yeah, okay, well, Matt, since you're talking right now.
Talking about gay shit.
Since we're talking about gay shit, Matt, how are you doing?
So, good one. All right. Well, what you're obviously, well, you're the guitarist for Bookakee, so.
Well, yeah, I didn't write the songs. Yeah, so I'm the rhythm guitar. I rearranged some of the parts in the songs, but all the music is SP. So if he was here, he could talk about how he came along with writing these songs.
You told me though you haven't been playing guitar for all that long, so like
13 years.
13.
Yeah, I've been playing for a long time, but
you told me you weren't very good. That's what you told me.
Yeah, yeah, I suck at it. If you saw my show at Foofs, I was out of tune and I fucked up some parts, but I'm good now. I got better.
Who influenced you to first pick up a guitar?
Oh, that's the funniest thing ever. When I'm going to say that, everybody's going to think I'm gay. But I went to see U2 at the Olympic Stadium in 1997. And a month later, I was taking guitar lessons.
I quit the band.
I wanted to play actually, when I went to see U2, I didn't know many songs. It was just because I was in town for some reason. And somehow, me and my friend had like $100 in our pockets. We were 15. And we went to the Olympic Stadium, and that show was ginormous. I was like... So I just wanted to play like the Edge. And then I got an acoustic. I played acoustic guitar for the first 6 years. So up to 2003, when I started playing with him, I only had an acoustic guitar. And he'd be listening to my, like, I was starting to do metal riffs, and he's like, get an electric guitar. I was like, yeah, when I'll get one, we'll play. And then I got one for like $200. And we started doing riffs and stuff like that. And then now my influences, I'm listening to crazy-ass death metal. That has nothing to do with U2, but I still like a lot of stuff that's considered gay in metal community. like on July 9th, I went to see U2, where he was working, and he was like, "What? You're not going to see Origin? How is that?" Like, Origin is a crazy.
So Origin was playing
the same night,
Friday, and you were fucking going to see U2 instead of seeing Origin. Okay, Origin flabbergasted my face. I was bleeding. I was like, "This is so metal." And then we saw Flesh God Apocalypse yesterday. At least he was there, but he went to see freaking U2 instead of Origin. I was like, okay, you need to be like one of those 160,000 fucking dumbass. And did you see U2? No, okay, that was like the worst show ever. But he was there. Yeah, it was all right.
I hadn't seen him 10 years.
Could have been like fucking 4 kitties around a peanut bowl. And hey, with a stage like that, everybody's fucking cool, okay? And at least I made money that night.
It was all for nostalgic value. I had fun. It was all right. I'm not a big fan of Origin, so that's me. I mean, I like the show last night. I mean, Rings of Saturn, that's like the greatest band I've ever heard in my life. I would have never missed Rings of Saturn for you too, but Origin, I'm not a big fan of. I know he is.
He's pointing Simon.
Yeah. Simon, all right. Well, I was waiting for you.
Well,
So I don't even know your role in the band.
I'm drumming.
Drumming, okay, awesome. That's why I don't really recognize your face. I guess. So, okay, well, how long you been drumming for anyway?
About 10 years. More than that. Not intensive, but...
Is that your first instrument you went on, like when you were a little pup?
Eh?
Is that your first instrument? Like,
Well, I first bought a guitar 10 years ago, and I didn't like that, and I actually sell that guitar to buy a drum.
How about your influences, like were they metal at least?
My first influence was probably Cryptopsy. When I heard the first time Cryptopsy, I just want to blast like him.
Like Bookakee Blast. All right, folks. Well, I guess we've got another track lined up here coming up. Your Super Mario Brothers 3 track.
Yeah, that is the Candy song we put on the album. That was one of the first things I really pushed when I got into the band. It's like, we have to do something that is not death metal.
Let's be hipsters.
Yeah, he doesn't approve of that. But if you put stuff like that on the album, you're going to get non-metal fans to look into it. They're like, what? You're doing Mario Brothers 3? Even if it blasts your ears, you're going to want to see how it is, because it's all music, And that song was actually something I used to do with him in our old band, like some 7-8 years ago. We did Zelda 2, Mario Brothers. We had a couple songs. Yeah, we did Mega Man 3. That's right.
That was the best one.
Yeah, we did the 10-minute long medley of every song from Mega Man 3.
I guess that's why you're such a big fan of Power Glove too, right?
Power Glove. That's the greatest band ever, man.
Let's stay on track here.
Yeah, I don't
We're
know.
talking about you guys.
Well, yeah, we want to play with those guys because that's the point. Well, with this song and the all the stuff we do, that's very we have a variety of songs that are not all death metal. We have a bunch of parts. We can get a bigger crowd because we do theatrics on stage. We have visuals. We have a bunch of stuff that is not stuff you associate with death metal because we're trying to be funny and be open. So when I came along with the Mario Brothers 3 song, they were like, yeah, we can do that. And he knew it already because he played it with me in the other band. And the song was already built up. I just had to cut some parts, edit some parts. We fixed it up. And then he was like, what the fuck am I going to do in this song? I can't sing. I was like, well, do some noises. Well, I can't sing in the song because there's no lyrics. So I was like, do Bowser and Mario. So then when there was nothing written when we recorded the song. And then he came in with the mic. He was like, all right, I'll try some stuff out. And
I actually started the song. I was at Simon Pierre. So you want to do some stuff? Like, just start the song, put the mic on, and let me fool around with the song. And I just started doing my impression of Mario. That's like a mix of Borat and a Mexican guy. So I like, and then I just started doing crazy dumb shit, go with the parts. And he kept some stuff. He cut some more because I was like saying shit every second of the song. And then in jams, when we were jamming the song, I was doing some sounds that we didn't have like while jamming, like the cannons, or just when Mario jumps on the turtles, all that stuff, the turtles, and all that stuff like that. So we those songs, we put it from the game with all the voices of Bowser and Mario.
I actually picture every time I hear that song, I picture like two stoners sitting on the couch playing it and just yelling all kind of shit like, all right, That's exactly. That's
Well, that's the effect it has. It gets people like every time we get booked on a gig, we argue should we play that song or not, and they're like, "Oh, we're playing a death metal lineup. We can't play that song." And then we tell the promoters, "Oh, we're not gonna play that song." They're like, "You have to play that song." If they've never seen us before, they want us to play a song. We're like, "All right." Like the Obscura gig, I was like, "We can't play Mario Brothers there." The promoters are like, "You have to play it. We want to hear it. What the hell?" So we're playing it. But a lot of people have been asking me, like, they listen to the song, they're like, "Oh, you took samples from the game." I'm like, I didn't take samples. He just did it. They're like, "Oh, you put effects on his voice." I didn't put effects on his voice. He did it. That guy will imitate any noise you ask him to imitate. So that's the funny part. He does it. He doesn't do live because we don't need an actual Mario on stage. He comes out as Bowser at the end. So, well, we have a Mario on stage, but we don't have the noises. Like when we play live, we don't have the sound effects. But for the album, it is him. It is his voice. It is all true. Like, do Bowser.
Rawr. I don't want
See, you're convinced now, eh?
effects. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
all right. So, well, go ahead.
You want to see the next? I don't want to do Bowser. There's people watching me. We're
Alright,
doing
guys,
use
well
strings
done.
for the blind.
It's just like past 1 a.m. now, so we're gonna finish off the interview with you guys. Thanks for coming. Anything else you guys want to?
Well, no, November 5th at the Trash in Saint-Hyacinthe. It's the only gig of the year for Augury. They're not playing it. They haven't played in a year. It's the only gig they're playing.
with my band, my other band.
Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, well, that's their only gig. First Fragment, if you've never heard of them, it is amazing. Like, they kick our asses. Yeah, they kick our asses like 10 miles to the curb. The Unconscious Mind is a great, great band I love from the South Shore. They play progressive black death metal. It fits really well. So November 5th, watch out for that. And Montreal the next night, to come early if you want to come at 7 o'clock at Café Campus with Obscura. That's our first time with a touring band, and it is an honor for us to play with Obscura because it's a great band.
All right, great stuff. Before I let you guys go, though, you guys got to answer one more question for me. This is a question for the entire band. I ask every band this: if two bands fucked, and Bookakee was the child, who would the two bands be? Who'd be the parents? Yeah, there you go. You understand? Who would the parents be?
Who the fuck is Sick Fuck?
You don't even know Sick Fuck?
The origin and cradle of filth. You have those gay part and those brutal part, and then you have like crazy voices.
Right.
Cephalic Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage. And
that would just jerk off.
Cephalic Carnage and
Cephalic Carnage.
The mother.
Cephalic and Carnage.
Cephalic Carnage would just jerk off, and like that crazy dried up jizz in your hand will be Bookakee.
Maybe Cephalic Carnage and Power Glove. Does that work?
Yeah, so,
I don't know.
well,
It's hard
I
to
don't
say.
know about what the rest of your band would
It's the
say.
worst image. Imagine the guys from freaking Cephalic fucking the guys from.
With the costumes on.
All right, let's not paint pictures here. Okay, I want to thank you guys for your time coming into
We're
the show.
thanking you, man.
And,
Wow.
That's Cephalic Carnage.
Opeth and Cephalic Carnage. Wow. It's so serious and so goofy. It doesn't really fit together. But I would like that to be compared to Opeth, but we're not there yet.
all right, so well, here's as I promised, Super Mario Brothers 3. I promised the audience that as well. Here is Bookakee with Super Mario Brothers 3 here on Metal Attack MTL.
Turn it up.
Non, mais on est acoustique.
Ouais, mais on n'a pas assez pour penser là-dedans. Opeth, Cephalic Carnage.
like a child again.
On a touré ensemble.
Tu raccourcis d'une d'Opeth, tu mélanges avec Cephalic, tu remets du sang, de la piste, du sperme dessus, tu fais du kaki, je suis fatigué, man. Puis, man, voilà, c'est l'été, man. Je drink.
We'll just do in a row and swing.
Remember the underwater level?
Yeah, it's not in there. We skipped that one because it wasn't upbeat
Part
enough.
3 of it.
There is one in every game. But we tried to find all the upbeat parts.
It's not that much.
Like, we didn't take the food part. Some of the worlds we
The
didn't take.
breath, remember?
We had to cut it down. It's 6.5 minutes long. So we had to take all the one that were upbeats. Because if you take a song that's mellow, it doesn't fit, you can't. And it had to be recognizable. And you never heard it?
I'm gonna say something funny. Beat me up if you want. But that Indian guy in the shirt looks like the Indian from the Asterix. Like the image of the Indian that Uderzo dries up, draws. It's by I don't know, probably the same.
The asterisk is
Same.
not. In English, you don't know
I
asterisk.
know asterisks.
Yeah.
He still lives in fucking Quebec, you know, man.
Yeah.
It's not, no. You can't walk.
That shit don't exist out here.
What the fuck is that doing on the internet? You have cigarettes a lot. I never saw so much storm. Like, I don't smoke and I want to start.
Dude, you've never been here, huh?
I live in Boucherville, man.
Dude, you live fucking next to here.
Yeah, exactly. I live in Boucherville.